Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Santa Rosa and Ambosha County Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really excited you're here. My name is Catherine, and I'll be your facilitator for this session. Before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping items to note. First, your camera and microphone are off, you are muted, and your video is off. The panelists can't see or hear you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to use the Q&A button to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. They are here, ready and available to answer your questions. This is one of many college presentations being offered, so feel free to check the schedule on the website for more. And lastly, this session is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Santa Rosa /Escambia. We are currently in session A2, where my mouse is circling at the moment, and this is also the same order of presentation. So without further ado, I'll get out of the way and introduce our first representative from Florida Southern College.
Hi everyone, my name is Dylan Rowell and I am one of the admissions counselors at Florida Southern College. I work with students from Orlando all the way up through the Panhandle. So I'm just going to do this presentation for you today. So just to get started with some basic information, Florida Southern College is located right in between Tampa and Orlando in Lakeland, Florida. We were founded in 1883, which makes us one of the oldest private colleges here in the state of Florida. And we're home to about 3,000 total students, 60% of which are coming from the state of Florida. And the remaining 40% are from out of state, representing nearly all 50 United States and 50 foreign countries as well. Here at FSC, we do have over 70 different programs of study, as well as 16 pre-professional tracks across our 5 schools, in addition to 11 master's and doctoral programs. And some of our most popular majors here are marine biology, business, nursing, exercise science, and theater. But we're a liberal arts college at our core, so no matter what you major in, you're definitely going to get a well-rounded degree. We do emphasize engaged and experiential learning, which means you'll be an active participant in each of your classes. We believe in the power of learning by doing and immersing our students in their field as soon as possible. For example, our nursing program has a simulation lab on campus for students to get hands-on experience administering care before they start working with actual patients. We're able to offer engaged learning experiences like this in part because of our small class sizes. The average class size here is about 18 students, and our student to faculty ratio is 14:1. And all of our classes are taught by the professors themselves, never by graduate assistants or teaching assistants, to ensure that you're learning from experts in your field at all times. As an extension of our engaged learning experience, we do offer our students 3 guarantees. So the first guarantee that I'll highlight is study abroad. So FSC students have several different options for studying abroad, with experiences ranging from a few weeks to a full semester. So many students will choose to study abroad through our junior journey program. These are 7 to 10-day trips that are taken over school break in either your junior or your senior year. You'll travel with a professor and receive course credit, but you don't necessarily have to go on a trip affiliated with your major. And the best part about these trips is that they come at little to no additional cost to our students. We do also guarantee internships to every Florida Southern student, which allows our students to be really competitive candidates when they're entering the workforce. And students do have the opportunity to do those internships locally here in Central Florida during the school year or closer to home over school breaks. And the last of our 3 guarantees is that you'll graduate in 4 years or less. So we're able to guarantee this in part, in addition to what I've already shared, because our students are paired with academic advisors in their major from the moment that they start here. These advisors do meet with the students several times per year to make sure that they're staying on track for graduation. And we are also a very transfer credit friendly institution, so you may actually be able to come into college with some credits already taken care of. These guarantees and academic opportunities are really important because they translate into post-graduation success. About 1/3 of our students are going on to graduate school after Florida Southern, and the remaining 2/3 are entering the workforce. But most importantly, over 95% of our graduates report back that they've achieved their post-graduation goals within 1 year of graduating from FSC. Now, while academics are an important part of the college experience, I do also want to talk about student life. FSC does pride itself on being a true campus community, and students are here required to live on campus for all 4 years. Because of this, we do guarantee housing, and our 16 campus housing options include on-campus dorms, as well as apartment complexes near campus that are set aside for our upperclassmen. There are also tons of ways to get involved, connect with classmates, and show your school spirit. We have 20 NCAA Division II sports and plenty of opportunities to participate in athletics at both the club and intramural level. And speaking of clubs, we have over 125 different student clubs and organizations here at FSC, ranging from Greek life to campus ministries to student government, as well as special interest clubs and organizations like a cappella and astronomy. Now that I've shared a bit more about what makes FSC so special, let's talk about the application process. Our application is available right on our website, as well as through the Common App and Coalition, and it's 100% free to apply, regardless of how you choose to do so. In addition to the application, we will need your high school transcript, a personal statement, and a letter of recommendation from a teacher or a school counselor. We are a test optional institution this year, but students are welcome to submit test scores if they like. If you decide not to submit your scores, we'll just need an additional personal statement. And we do operate on a rolling admission schedule. So once we receive all of your required materials, you'll hear back with a decision in about 3 to 6 weeks. Finally, we do recognize that the cost of college can be significant. So every single application that we receive is automatically considered for one of our academic scholarships. Some of our departments on campus even offer specific scholarships based on auditions, portfolio review, interviews, or athletic recruitment. We do encourage every single one of our students to file the FAFSA, which opens October 1st this year. That'll make you considered for any federal aid. And for my Florida students, you may be eligible for some additional state-based aid through programs like Bright Futures and the EASE grant. And as a note, we do also accept outside scholarships and any college savings plans that you might have. So here at FSC, you can earn aid from a variety of sources. I hope you all have enjoyed learning a little bit more about Florida Southern College today, and I encourage you to check out our website for some more information or to sign up for one of our virtual or in-person visit programs. You can see we have daily tours Monday through Friday. We also have some Saturday tours this fall, as well as our virtual and on-campus days on campus this fall. Once again, my name is Dylan Rowell. I'll leave my contact information in the chat, and thank you all so much.
Great, thank you. The next representative is from Florida State University. There was a slight misunderstanding, and so Army ROTC will not be able to join us. But if you do have any questions at all about Army ROTC, feel free to submit those in the Q&A button. But we're excited to have Florida State University next.
Hey everybody, my name is Stephanie Moncada. I am the multicultural admission counselor here at Florida State University. So I have a brief presentation for you and I'll be answering your questions today. Very excited to be here. I'm going to go ahead and share my presentation. All right. So you should now see the beginning of my presentation. This is the first year admission session. So of course, focusing on those students who, information for those of you who are rising juniors, specifically seniors, we'll definitely talk about the admission process. Jumping to just some information, statistics about the university. Some of the things I like to highlight here are going to be our #1 four-year graduation rate among Florida public universities. You can see on our enrollment numbers to the far right. We are a large institution, but we are proud to be able to continue to have a 21-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So once you jump into your major, you're going to notice that your classes are going to become smaller and you're going to have that one-on-one connection with your professors. So it's something that we are extremely proud of. You can see that we also have a 95% retention rate. So when students begin their freshman year, they are happy, they're loving it, and they are coming back all the way through graduation. We do have 18 residence halls on campus, 28 different dining locations, most of which are great. You have so many different options, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and over 750 different clubs and organizations. So you have so many options to get involved. We have so many organizations on campus, study abroad, internship opportunities. We want to make sure you're prepared for the career force. So different resources to help you once you do graduate, while you're in school and once you do graduate. The final thing I'll point out is we have 276 academic and professional degrees. So many options for your majors, different combinations you can be a part of, majors, minors, and of course, graduate school opportunities. The next slide leads me perfectly to talk about academic program guide. So if you are starting to do your research around your major, the academic program guide is going to give you a list of all of our programs, program descriptions, academic map, major comparisons, which I think is really helpful. So I do encourage you to, regardless of where you are in the college search process, to visit our academic program guide to learn more about our programs. I'm going to jump to the application process. So this is very important for those of you who are seniors right now. Our application is open and you can find it through the Common App Coalition application, or we have the FSU application on our website. We encourage you to just pick one of those. We don't have a preference. We do provide you all three options. Within the application, you will have the option to select if you're interested in any of our special programs. So honors will be listed on there. CARE is going to be specifically for our first generation Florida students. I'd be happy to talk to you a little bit more about this program. I'll be sharing my contact information at the end. And of course, our special programs, which are going to be dance, film, music studio, or theater. Any of these special programs are going to have a separate application. So I want to make sure that if you're interested in any of these majors, you're familiar with that process and kind of remember that you have additional steps to take. It's pretty simple process. SSAR is something that's more common. This is going to be your electronic transcript that you will submit to us. We do have some FAQs we've put together to help you through this process. So this is going to be your high school curriculum. You will also self-report your SAT and or ACT test scores, upload your essay and resume to your checklist that you will find, and you will also find any supplemental applications on your checklist. So there's going to be SSAR and your test scores that are going to be essential through the application process. This is just a brief screenshot of what your application status check looks like to give you an idea of what you're looking for. Once you complete the Common App or Coalition, it'll take about 24 hours to get you access to your checklist. If you're completing the FSU application, you will get immediate access to your checklist. If you have selected to apply to honors, CARE, Summer Bridge Program, or any of the special programs, you will find the additional supplemental applications on your checklist as well. This year, our priority deadline is November 1st. So it's very important you submit your application by November 1st, not only for your decision, but also housing and scholarships. And you will get your decision February 17th. Any application after November 1st, you will get your decision on a rolling basis. So anytime between end of February to May. When you submit your application, you will select fall or summer. Those are the only two options available there. But on decision day, you may be admitted to the term you've selected. We do have a summer offer, Seminole Pathways, and we do extend a spring offer. So I point this out just to say that there are several options for you to be admitted to FSU. And so all of those will get you on our main campus. So we try to provide as many opportunities as possible. Finally, for our merit scholarships through the Office of Admissions, there is no separate application for these. All of you will be considered automatically for these scholarships. We do encourage you to visit the Office of Financial Aid website for any additional resources for scholarships. And last but not least, just a snapshot of our important dates we want you to remember. October 1st, of course, when the FAFSA becomes available. November 1st is that priority application deadline, and February 17th is when you get your decision. I'll share my information in the chat for you in case you have any questions, want to go into any other details. I would be happy to meet with you.
Great, thank you so much. Just a friendly reminder that if anyone has any questions, to feel free to submit those using the Q&A button. Any question at all, our representatives are here to answer your questions. They're here and they are available. We do have Florida State University Army ROTC here with us, and so we will go ahead and hear from them at this time.
Hi, I'm Bob Levins. I'm the Recruiting Operations Officer, Enrollment and Scholarships Officer from Army ROTC. And I'll just show you a little video of what we do day in, day out at Florida State Army ROTC, the Seminole Battalion.
Unfortunately, we're unable to hear the video. Is it just?
Oh. Well, I am sorry.
I think we can
shared it correctly.
hear fine. You want to go ahead and try one more time?
Yes, if I can.
Yeah, I think we're still having. Yeah, we're still having some trouble hearing the audio. I don't know if you have headphones connected.
Yeah.
Maybe if you disconnect them, you may be able to hear.
You could see though, right?
Yeah, there we go. We can hear it now.
And I'd be happy to talk to any of you about that.
Anything else?
That's all I've got.
Great, awesome, thank you.
Bye.
Great, so the next representative is from Full Sail University.
Hello everyone, how are you? I am Daniel Cortez. I'm the outreach representative at Full Sail University. We are an entertainment, media, arts, and technology college in Winter Park, Florida. It's a small town outside the major city of Orlando, Florida. So there's a lot to do there. There's amusement parks. A lot of entertainment and tech companies are also hosted in that area. I don't think I have the ability to share my screen just yet. I think the last representative is still sharing their screen.
You can go ahead and jump right in. You should be able to take that over.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
1 second. Perfect. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yes, we can. Good to go.
All right. Well, like I said, Full Sail University, we're in Winter Park, Florida. I just want to show you guys a quick video to give you some background on what we do here at our school. Let's see. So you might have seen some of our facilities there, whether it be our live venue like Full Sail Live. Back in the day, WWE NXT used to be filmed there and hosted there before they were ever televised. A lot of our grads still work on that project. And yeah, we have over 100 studios and labs on our campus, which is pretty awesome. There's over 19,000 students. You saw a brief description of the programs. Here they are listed. They break down into individual programs. So these are just the umbrella terms. We have over 50 degrees, bachelor's degrees, both online and on campus. We also have master's and associate's programs as well. If you have any interest that you see here listed, feel free to contact me at the end of the presentation. You'll actually see my email, so you can contact me directly. At Full Sail, we do things a bit differently than most traditional schools in every aspect. So essentially, you can actually get your bachelor's degree in half the time. Online, it'll take 29 months. On campus, it'll take 20 months. So yeah, it's pretty efficient. And yeah, you can actually also start at any time. So we have something called rolling admissions, which means you can apply at any time. And you can also start any month. So we have rolling starts as well. You can start September, October, November, whatever works for you, which is pretty awesome. You can also come back anytime. So once you graduate, you can come back to the school and audit classes for free. As you know, a lot of our students are in fields where technology updates very consistently. So we want them to keep up with that industry standard. Yeah, you can do so for free, which is pretty awesome. And all our students have to go through 7 portfolio projects as well as 7 career modules. And those career modules include areas like resume building, interviewing skills, networking. So essentially, we want our students to be able to do their jobs and find those jobs. Speaking of jobs, we have had grads who have been able to work on some pretty awesome projects. Most recently, some of the summer's hottest films like Space Jam, The Suicide Squad. We had grads on Jungle Cruise, on Cruella, Black Widow, just to name a few. And yeah, we also work in the various areas of the industry, which I'll show you after this slide. This is actually our award slide. So we're still showing off a little bit. At the Academy Awards, we had 85 grads that were on nominated projects. At the Grammys, we had 59. And at the Game Awards, we had 271. The Game Awards is still coming up. It hasn't happened yet. That's why you see 2020 there. Once 2021 comes around, I'm sure we'll be able to update that with a pretty impressive number. But as I mentioned, we are in various areas of the entertainment field. So we don't just do music and film and video games. We also work with business initiatives, whether it be for companies like Sony and Warner Music as well. We have students who work in sports as sportscasters or even sports marketing and media. So they'll work for the Golf Channel or ESPN, the Miami Dolphins. And yeah, of course, we also have animators at Activision, Blizzard, Disney, Pixar. So yeah, we're very well-rounded these days. We even have grads who are at Tesla, SpaceX, you name it. We're doing a lot of SimViz these days, so a lot of robotics, which is pretty awesome. We have a lot of clubs at the school. One of my favorite is the Deca Club. We are the state champions for various areas, whether it be tourism, marketing, entrepreneurship. And yeah, another awesome club that I really like is the 2K Club. I'm a big NBA 2K fan. That game just actually dropped, the most recent one. Yeah, and that has over 3,000 students that are part of that club, which is pretty cool. One of our clubs, well, I think one of our teams that are most impressive is our Armada team. We have the largest college esports arena in the United States of America. So if you are a competitive gamer, feel free to come join our community and you can audition for the team no matter what program you do. Yeah, so pretty much how to get started. If you have any questions, like I mentioned, feel free to contact me. You'll see my email at the end, but essentially you might also want to request information so that you can get stuff like this, the scholarship guide. So here is a QR code that you'll be able to use to, find information, request information straight from the website itself. And then you'll also see my contact information. So feel free to contact me at any point. All right. Take care, guys.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. The next representative is from LIM College.
Can you see my screen? Are you able to see my screen?
We are able to see it.
Okay.
We can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. So my name is Stacey Vascavage. I am an assistant director of regional admissions for LIM College. LIM in the past has stood for Laboratory Institute of Merchandising. I have been with the college now 4 years. I am a regional counselor, so I do live and work from my home in Florida, but LIM is located in New York City. We are strictly a fashion business school, as you'll see from our majors. What can you study at LIM College? Unlike all the other colleges that were ahead of me, we have 6 full majors at LIM College. We are strictly based around the knowledge of fashion and business. So we don't offer any design programs. So if any of you are on here and you're interested in maybe becoming a fashion designer, unfortunately, we're not going to be the best fit for you. However, I always like to tell students that if you have the aesthetics, as far as sketching, playing with textiles, making your own clothing, it's always important to know the business side of the industry, because who better to sell your product than yourselves? But we offer both associate degrees as well as bachelor degree programs. Our associate degree programs are within our fashion merchandising and our fashion merchandising and management. So those are 2 years to get your degree. So if you're on a fast track, you want to get done in 2 years and start your career, this would be the best option for you. However, most of our students that are coming to LIM College are focused on bachelor degree programs. We offer BBA, which is a Bachelor of Business Administration. We offer a BPS, which is a Bachelor of Professional Studies, and then we also offer a Bachelor of Science degree. Our fashion merchandising program, this is for somebody that if you want to become a stylist, you want to become a buyer for a big high-end department store, or maybe you want to be home furnishings merchandiser or cosmetics, work in like Ulta or Sephora. Merchandising would be your fit. If you're somebody that's creative and maybe not necessarily into drawing, but you kind of go to the local malls or walk past storefronts and you're like, oh my God, I love that outfit. I love how the store is set up. You're intrigued by it. This visual studies would be your major that you'd want to be interested in. Marketing, this is to, if you want to know like how we as consumers are buying and why we're buying certain products, marketing would be your type of program. Management, if you're somebody that is interested in maybe managing your own boutique, managing your own fashion, buying club, you'd want to do management. International business, this is for somebody that has an interest not only in the domestic aspect of fashion, but in international markets as well. Somebody that likes to travel, not only in the United States, but overseas, internationally. International business would be your major that you'd want to apply for. Fashion media, this is for individuals that are interested in working on fashion runway shows, working in events like Fashion Week that happens in New York City, as well as Paris and Italy over like the course of the year. Fashion media also works with print magazine. Even though print is a little, fallen by the wayside, there are still print magazines out there for students to work in. Our business of fashion major, this is unfortunately for students that are coming to us from a community college or already have 2 years under their belt with 60 credits or more. So that's pretty much just for transfer students coming from another school. At LIM College, we also have minors. So a lot of times students are like, I want to do fashion merchandising, but I still have that interest in doing home furnishings. You could always come in as a fashion merchandiser with the intent of doing a minor in home interior home concepts. Or if you want to do media, you might want to be somebody that works in beauty. Your major, usually it takes you about 120 to 125 credits to complete your undergraduate degree major, and it's roughly 5 to 7 additional to get your minor. So I always tell students, if you have an interest in any of these that are listed, by all means, take your major and then focus on a minor. The benefits of studying in New York City, we are the fashion capital of the world, where our focus is strictly on the business of fashion. You learn by doing, and when I say that, you are going to be required to complete 3 internships while you're a student. The first internship is usually a retail. Second internship is more of a co-managerial or executive type of position. And then your third and final internship is your capstone, and that's your senior year. That's the one that hopefully you're looking to maybe propel into that company and get a job. 94% of our population that graduated in 2020 is working in their field in the fashion industry. We have access to networks and making connections because all of our faculty is either participating in fashion business or they once had their finger on the pulse and have worked in the industry. We have a very diversified classroom experience for our students as well. As you can see, we're probably one of the smallest schools that are on here today. Our undergraduate population is at 1,100. We represent 45 different states in the United States, as well as 15 international companies. And then our average class size is 13. So coming to LIM, being in New York City, while we're a big city, we're small in population size. And here's just some of the companies that some of our students have interned with. And we do have a department, a CIS department that will help students, which is Career and Internship Services. They will help you with your job placement while you're a student. And here's just some facts as far as our cost of tuition. We are a private school located in New York City. The tuition is $29,618. We do ask that you complete a FAFSA. You're eligible for any scholarship money on the basis of when you come in and you're evaluated for admissions. And then how do you apply? You apply based on an online application. You submit your transcripts. And then early action is if you're a current senior in high school, early action is taking place right now. And the deadline to apply and have an interview with an admissions counselor is by November 15th. So that concludes the email address is on here, admissions@limcollege.edu. If any of you are seniors, you're considering applying to LIM for the fall, please feel free to complete your application. Send us an email and we'll waive the $40 application fee that is required. And then follow us. We're connected obviously on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Thank you so much. I accidentally put my contact information in the chat earlier, so I apologize, but feel free to reach out to me and have a wonderful evening and please stay healthy, everyone.
Great, thank you. So much great information so far, but again, if you have any questions at all, to feel free to submit those through the Q&A. Any question about the college application process or any specific question about a school, we encourage you to note the school name. And so we're going to hear from our two remaining schools, which is the next one. The representative is from Lincoln College of Technology.
Well, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Denise Neal. I am the advisor for Lincoln Tech, which is also known as Nashville Auto Diesel College. And yes, we are in Nashville, Tennessee. If you go to the left, leaving our campus 15 minutes down, you'll be in the Grand Ole Opry area. If you go to the right, 15 minutes down, you'll be downtown and next to the Tennessee Titans Stadium. The food, the culture, the music, the landscape is an amazing environment in Nashville. So I'm going to talk to you guys today about some options. So let me get to my presentation. All right, can you guys see my slides so far?
Yes,
all right,
we can see
perfect.
it.
So here's my contact information, and I will as well also put this in the chat here in a bit. So who are we? We are the oldest auto diesel college in the nation. Yes, again, in Nashville, Tennessee. For peace of mind, we do have dorms. So you can either stay on campus or look at off-campus housing opportunities. We do have an opportunity where our students can either eat in the cafeteria, and we also help our students find part-time employment while they are in training. The road to your success. Well, we are a technical school. So it's more hands-on, more career specific, shorter in length, high in demand, and job security. The first program that we offer is Automotive Technology. They do project by 2028, 740,000 jobs. Now, our automotive program is a 13-month program. All of our courses, we have morning and afternoon. It's ASC training facility, ASC standing for Automotive Service Excellence. All of our students go through every systems in the vehicle, from engines, transmissions, fuel system, rebuilding engine, troubleshoot, maintenance, and the list goes on and on. What you guys are looking at now are just some of our automotive affiliations at the completion of our 13-month program. Our second course that we offer on campus is the Collision Repair Technology program. This is a 4 days a week program, 4 hours a day, Monday through Thursday. By projected 2028, they do project 160,000 jobs. So they're looking for you. All right. Collision and repair. This is for the process of someone taking a vehicle that has been in a wreck and putting it back to manufacturer specifics. Identify, analyze vehicle damage, whether that's painting it, straightening the frame, replacing the hoods, bumper, and doors, custom paint design, airbrushing techniques. That's collision and repair, a 12-month program. Then we have diesel technology, projected 284,000 by 2028. Also another 13-month program. This is where our students learn to take apart and reassemble a diesel engine, teaching the systems, transmissions, hydraulics, diagnostic, troubleshoot, repair, gas engine, small engine tune-ups, and of course, the list goes on. In our heavy equipment diesel section, we do have over 62 live diesel engines plus more. But that's something that you definitely would want to come and tour during one of our open house to kind of view the campus. We have heavy equipment. Heavy equipment projected by 2028, 158,000 jobs nationwide, right? This is again a 13-month program, day or afternoon. Students work towards ASC, certifications, trained in all of the systems of heavy equipment. This is someone who wants to work on forklifts, tractors, waste management, semis, 18-wheelers. You get a combination of those types of skills as well as welding, a 13-month program, hydraulics, welding, preventive maintenance, and the list goes on. Our final program is some of our affiliations that are shown here. Our final program is the welding program. Our welding program projected 488,000 jobs projected by 2028, as you could see. That is a 6-month program. The students learn different types of welding procedures, different types of angles, blueprint reading, fabrication processes, welding, cutting fundamentals, MIG, stick welding, different types of procedures and techniques. A 6-month program at our campus in Nashville. Now, at the completion of all of our courses, our students do have an opportunity to get some assistance from our career services team. Our career services team is going to help our students with their resume, their portfolio, their interviewing skills, their techniques, and also making sure that they schedule employment opportunities scattered across the United States. We have been in existence since 1919, so we are not a fly-by-night school. Now, there is, of course, financial assistance. Financial aid is, of course, there for those who qualify. So we have a financial team that will go over the overview and different types of financial assistance that is out for our students and families to apply for. Please reach out to me and I will make sure that our financial team is also available to have that conversation with you and your family. But there's tons of financial assistance out there, again, for those who qualify. So what's next? What's now? Well, an interview with me or a Zoom meeting with me and your family. Now, this is going to be determined. This is going to be designed to determine, do we have what you're looking for? Are you the right fit for us? Can we help you get to your ultimate goals after the short period of time of training in a tech skill training facility in Nashville? We do have over 22 other campuses scattered across the United States. But again, the campus that I represent in Nashville, we only offer automotive, diesel, collision, welding, and heavy equipment. I cover the areas from Tallahassee, Florida, all the way to Jackson, Mississippi. So I will put my contact information that is listed here as well into the chat, and I do hope to hear back from you at some given point. Thank you all for listening.
Great, thank you so much. Our last representative, but certainly not least, is from Louisiana State University.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for having me. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to share my screen here. Go here. All right, so my name is Hayden Robert. I'm an admissions counselor at Louisiana State University, LSU. I actually do represent the Northeast Louisiana territories and the Florida Panhandle, so you guys' territory. So a couple of things that make LSU special is we are part of the elite 1%. Basically what that means is we are a school that has land, sea, and space grant. So if you're interested in any kind of research, we have that here. It can span all the way from being in a biology major and studying particles and chemicals, all the way to doing ceramics and studying how that can affect the environment as far as like the clays and stuff that they use. And then also we have bachelor's merchandising people that are studying the cloth and that such that they use as well. We also offer 330 plus academic programs. That's some of the most, and that's what we are one of the universities that has the most in terms of how many academic programs we have to offer. The cool thing about LSU is because we offer so many programs, you are able to choose, kind of pick and choose what your major you would like to have. We have students that might major in biology, and they'll also get a business admin minor and or major. So we do have lots of different options for you to kind of tailor the major towards whatever you would like. So we do give over $1 billion in financial aid and scholarships. Another cool thing is when you submit, our application is actually on Common App. When you submit that Common Application, it also serves as your application as far as scholarships go to the university. So that's just a 2-in-1 bonus there. Our scholarships are need-based and merit-based. So there's also something to think about. We have a really high graduation rate here at LSU. So we want to make sure when we're getting our students here for a freshman year, they're getting out their senior year. And then last but not least, I'm sorry, my computer's being kind of funny. We also have higher yearly salaries. So we did a study and our graduates are actually earning $15,000 higher than average graduates at that time in their career. Another cool thing about LSU is that we make sure when we get students in here, they have the experience necessary that they need in order to pursue that later career. We are in the capital city of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and in Louisiana. So with that, we have lots of big name companies right here. We have Exxon, Chevron, Chase Bank downtown. We also, like I said, we are in the capital city. So we have students that are interested in journalism and political science that get to get involved at the Capitol right down the street. So there's lots of opportunities for people of any major to really have any kind of experience that you want to get in order to add to that resume and make you a more competitive applicant. So there are lots of ways to get connected on campus. One way, for example, is our Honors College. So we do have this. That's actually a picture of the French House. And so with our Honors College, you can apply to the university and you also can select the Honors College option. So your application will also be viewed by them. With that option, you just have the opportunity to be sitting into a classroom, more of a conference style class. So you have students, and it might be 20 students within the classroom, and you'll be there and you'll be discussing hard hitting things that's going on in the world as of right now. I know that they had a class that dealt with COVID last year and the COVID response. So they had students getting to discuss it with the professor about those particular issues. So we do have advising from day one. So once you get onto the university, you're going to sit down with an academic advisor and actually go over whatever questions that you might have about your major and or your class schedule. We also have over 450 student organizations. So there's any way that you'd like to get connected, you can definitely get connected here on campus. We like to pride ourselves in the fact that if it's not here on campus, if you get three or four of your buddies together, you can definitely create a club. Our clubs can range anywhere from religious affiliation to political affiliation. And then we also have like a cloud watching club on campus that they have a lot of fun. They just go out on the playgrounds and watch clouds for the afternoon. So that's a club that we have here on campus as well. We do have a 20-to-1 student faculty ratio here as well on campus. So our applications are actually open. They opened August 1st. Like I said, we are on the common application. Just a couple of dates to kind of pin mark. December 15th is our priority decision deadline. That's actually making sure you submit your application. That way you can be considered for all scholarships and grants given here at LSU. January is when our housing portal opens for all freshmen. So you can get in there and submit your housing contract. February 1st is our regular decision deadline. Then in March, we send out our comprehensive aid packets. That's including any kind of federal aid that you've received and or scholarships that you've received from the university. And then lastly, we also have the enrollment deposit deadline, and that's May 1st, college decision day. So like I said, we are on Common App, so that makes it really convenient for students to apply. When you get on Common App, you can just go on there, select LSU, and send it right to our university. So at LSU, we do also like to pride ourselves in the fact that we do not just look at students for a GPA or an ACT score, SAT score. We look at you very comprehensively. So when we're looking at your transcript, we're looking at grade trends, that sort of thing. Did you challenge yourself in high school? Did you take those honors AP courses, dual enrollment courses? And we also look at to see what is offered at your school. So we're not judging you based on another school. We're looking at you based on what you have at your at your school. Another thing is we do have this self-reported academic way you could do it, but I know that sometimes you might have to submit your transcript and you have your counselor do it. We actually do a self-reported score, so you can go in there, self-report your grades and be done that way. And then lastly, this is our middle 50% of our school. So like I said, that 25% fall under it, 25% fall over it. And we don't just look at you based as a GPA and a test score. And then we'll go, like I said, this is some of our options here when we're looking at your application. This is kind of what we're looking at. We're looking at that high school transcript, your test scores. We are test optional this year. Your letter of recommendation, it does have to be from one academic source, but we're also going to look at your achievements and talent potential. What did you do in high school? Did you have a sport going on? Were you involved in a lot of clubs? Did you maybe have a job after you got out of school? So we're looking at the entirety of you as an applicant. Like I said, we do give out lots of scholarships. And then lastly, here's my contact information, and I will drop it in the chat below. My name is Hayden Robert. I am an admissions counselor, and here's my my contact information and also my office's contact information if you would just like to send any kind of generic questions, but you can definitely send those my way as well. Thank you for your time.
Great, thank you. So much great information shared, and we really appreciate all our representatives being here for sharing about the respective institutions. Again, if you have any questions at all, you're more than welcome to contact them directly. So thank you so much to our representatives for being here, and thank you to each of you for joining us. As we close, will be a very quick 5-question survey, that will appear on your browser. If you don't mind taking a moment to fill that out for us, your feedback is greatly appreciated. Again, there are more sessions happening just like this one, so feel free to check out the website for the schedule. And lastly, all sessions are being recorded, including this one, and this recording will be available at strivescan.com/Santa Rosa-Escambia. Great, thank you so much and have a great night.